In order for there to be a big revival, there first must be miracles. In my opinion, we need to see miracles. God needs to part the Red Sea because what we've been living under for so long has been like the word Ichabod, like I've said before, the glory of God has departed. We've lived in a system where people have not, as a whole, seen God move. And we need to see God move in order for people to be able to testify to undeniable miracles. We need to see them for ourselves. Somewhere in the Bible it says, when I return, will I find faith on the earth? Right now, I think we're in times that you'd be pretty hard pressed to find real faith on the earth because God's been hidden and silent for so long. And I think we're coming into a time right now where people are going to begin to reach their boiling point. I think the pressures of the revelation of the type of world we're living in, a very oppressive system that does not have our best interest in mind, like a Baal system. People's eyes are being opened up to that. And people are seeing that, when you work for an employer, you're basically their slave. And when your money is garnished from your paycheck in the name of income tax, that you're working for the so-called overlord. And I really believe that people are going to wake up and they're going to take notice. And I think as they push this vax mandate, I want to be careful how I say this, but as they push that mandate, I think that that's really going to open up people's eyes. People are going to say, well, wait a minute here. You already own me 5 days a week, 40 hours a week. And now you're laying claim and laying stake to my body and telling me what I can put in my body. You don't own my body. And people are rising up in righteous anger. It's bad enough that they own your time and then they take a portion of your hard-earned wages in the name of taxes. But to say, when you come to work, we have a say in the condition of your body and we own your body and tell you what we're requiring of you. My body is my personal property. So that just infuriates me. I started seeing flaws in this system back when I was a teenager. It just so much seemed unrighteous, seemed oppressive, seemed wrong, and just did not look as if it had our best interest in mind. So give some thought to all of the systems. When you look at education, question, is that really true, what I've been taught? There's going to be a mixture out there. And the employment system, do they really own me to the point where, I'm a slave to them, and you come home and you're exhausted and you're tired. And many people put in more than 40 hours in the name of salary, and they find they're putting in 50 and 55 hours a week. And there's no compensation for that. But there is definitely taxes, and taxes. And look at healthcare. And in order to keep your body in good health, they lie to us. They tell us that diet doesn't make a difference. Diet makes a huge difference. Eat whole foods, eat natural foods, eat a lot of fresh greens. But be careful, anything processed, you don't know what they put in that. You don't know what kind of chemicals are out there. And then in the name of healthcare, we have sick maintenance. And then they charge you so much money for surgery. And if you don't have health insurance, which I think is another gimmick, you pay ridiculous prices for health insurance, and it's really not health insurance. And your vehicle is needed in order to get back and forth to work. They call it a pleasure car, and you have to pay you have to pay for maintenance to that. And how much pleasure do we get out of it? Yes, you do go on vacation and you do get to go out and all that, but the car is necessary for a job. So I look at every facet. This whole system has been set up in such a way that it perpetuates itself and it benefits those that are high up. And people need to come together. There's power in unity. And we need to stand up for our rights, our God given rights, and we need to stand up against what's wrong. We need to say, no, I won't comply to the things that are contrary to what God has taught us. So, anyway, that's my rant for today. Really give some thought, really dig, do some research, because when you really think about this, this is a big system that God is tearing down right now. So, anyway, that's my rant. I'll see you soon.